Ho, ho! I'm Dave Abrams. Merry Christmas.
And I'm Kristin Lagana. Welcome to a very special Yuletide edition of Arundel County Week in Review. We have a festive episode for you filled with Santa, and more.
Santa?
So let's get started. As you are nestled in your bed or wearing your new bunny slippers, watching us on your new tablet or device, we are bringing you all of the good tidings from county government for this holiday season. It all kicked off earlier this week with the holiday open house at the Arundel Center. County Executive Steve Shue and members of the County Council stopped by to greet citizens and even talk issues. Some folks just wanted to talk holiday cheer, while others chatted about funding for teacher raises, the budget for next year, and saving the swimming pool at Anne Arundel County Community College, which will make for a new Allied Health Sciences building next year. But as we mentioned, there was also a visit from Santa Claus.
Who?
Santa Claus!
Wow.
Before he made his rounds all over the planet to deliver presents for the boys and girls. It appears that Santa actually got a speeding ticket while trying to double park his sleigh. No Grinches here, though. He received an official county executive pardon, so all is good. That Santa bears a strong resemblance to someone we know, Dave. Is that who I think it is?
It is indeed. That well, we can't tell the kids. It's Christmas morning. They don't need to know that. That was absolutely Santa Claus. Now, Kristin, we just said Santa Claus.
We did, like several times.
Every time we say Santa.
Every time.
Cheers.
I just want to point out this is just a salted caramel mocha.
Exactly. No alcohol in there. So I got a joke for you.
All right, give me your joke.
Okay, what's the difference?
Cookie?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Save those for Santa.
I'll save them for Santa.
So what's the difference between the regular alphabet and the Christmas alphabet?
There's no L.
Oh, you got it. Noel. Get it, Noel? Woo!
That's funny. That's a good
Well,
one.
we're really kicking it off here, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we have to take a moment as well to thank the more than 90 fire personnel from the county, the city of Annapolis, and the U.S. Naval Academy for their bravery in extinguishing that 3-alarm fire at the Annapolis Yacht Club last week. Unfortunately, the fire resulted in a loss of $9 million in property and some treasured artifacts that date back more than 100 years. But thankfully, there was no loss of life, and the fire was contained to one building. County Executive Shue joined Maryland House of Delegates Speaker Mike Bush and Mayor Mike Panelides to thank the first responders. Here's what Mayor Panelides had to say.
We had a tragedy happen with the burning down of the Annapolis Yacht Club. Those priceless artifacts lost forever in history. But the one thing that didn't happen was loss of life, and that's due to the dedication of these men and women. And it also highlights the partnership, as County Executive Shue mentioned. We had the United States Naval Academy come by. We had the county come by. We had the city of Annapolis come by. We had 90 men and women and 30 pieces of equipment within a matter of minutes, which is probably some of the fastest response time you could imagine.
Well, Dave, this has been such a tragedy for our community. The yacht club is a huge establishment locally, so
it is. And some people are saying, well, why are we making such a big deal out of this? There's fires all the time.
We can prevent them, though.
They can be prevented. This is a major part of downtown Annapolis. Mm-hmm. This is not just any building. This is a focal point of City Dock. So there's going to be a rebuilding period, and it was a dangerous fire, and it was on the water. And whenever you have a fire on the water, there's all kinds of logistical problems. And basically, any chance we get, we're going to say thank you to our firefighters and our police officers because they deserve it. So that's
right.
Why.
Yeah,
that's why we do it.
And also, as you mentioned, those artifacts, we can't get those back. We can rebuild.
Right.
But it's a tragedy. And yes, thank you to all of our fire and police personnel.
And I have a feeling that Santa will be bringing some funds to fix that yacht club, and it'll be back good as new as soon as we know.
Hey,
right?
Santa's such a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stick with Annapolis. You're mean.
It's a great game.
You just want me to be quiet.
Let's play this game all day.
All right, let's stick with Annapolis for a second, Dave. Let's remember that all kinds of folks are working today, including our police, firefighters, and also some retailers who have been frantically handling all those last-minute shoppers, which sometimes I'm guilty of.
I can't imagine.
I know. Well, you're going to see more bus shelters popping up around Annapolis. County Executive Shue and Mayor Panelides stopped by Annapolis Mall to celebrate one of the new shelters completed there. This is one piece of the partnership we announced this fall between the county and the city. Here's what County Executive Shue had to say about it.
The mayor of Annapolis, Mike Panelides, and I earlier this year announced an unprecedented partnership between the city and the county to help put the city of Annapolis on a more sustainable long-term path. We are looking at every possible area of cooperation, everything from land use to public safety to insurance to public utilities, you name it. We are looking at it, and our goal is to save this city and its citizens money and to put the city on a long-term path of financial success.
Now, they might not look like much, but those shelters make a big difference to folks who have to use public transportation and out in all these elements, which at the time that
No kidding.
Yeah, I mean, we've had some crazy rain going on this week.
Right.
And, you know,
But I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that you are no stranger to mass transportation
I'm not.
in your life.
No.
I am not as well, and I have used many a bus shelter. And when it's freezing cold outside and the wind's blowing and it's snowing,
you don't want to stand
you are
just
liking
by
that shelter.
Yeah,
right?
you need that.
You need that shelter.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me another Christmas joke.
Okay, I want a cookie too.
Okay.
Where do snowmen take their money?
To the freezer.
To the snowbank!
The snowbank. Oh.
Hilarious,
And
right?
you're not going to get caught up in that snowbank when you're in a bus shelter.
Good point. I like how
See?
you tied that
See
back.
what I did there?
You brought it back around.
I know, it's
That was
excellent.
good. Very
Wow.
good.
Did I mention Santa?
Don't you have to drink too?
No, because I have to deliver the lines.
Whatever.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will blast to the North Pole to talk to the man himself, Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, fresh off their latest successful Christmas run. Take a look at our community calendar for events happening around town, and we'll be right back in the North Pole. You ready, Kristin?
With
Here we go.
Santa!
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Well, another good Christmas under my belt. My goodness, it's been a great time.
Oh my gosh, we made it, Dave! It's Santa!
Do you have a transporter room?
I can't believe we made it here in one piece. We're so excited to be here.
Amazing! Oh my goodness! Aren't you
Merry
cold?
Christmas.
Aren't you cold? Merry Christmas!
We are
Look,
cold.
Let us go inside. Mrs. Claus is waiting for us inside.
Mrs. Claus is here too.
We can go inside.
Oh, come, please.
I brought cookies.
Oh, this is going to be great. You'll love it.
Oh boy.
Oh, yes, please come in. My goodness.
is great.
How are you, Mrs. Claus? Oh, my
Look
goodness.
at this place.
My goodness.
Oh, this is wonderful. Oh, here, you look half frozen. Here, take this.
You better put
Oh
that
my God!
Indeed,
Pull up the
indeed.
stool
Don't
right
lose your
next to the
cookie.
fire.
Indeed.
Don't lose
Oh,
your-
And you
Pull up-
brought
pull up.
cookies? My goodness, we're so full of milk and cookies here, but
my
always
word. My word.
Today we brought cookies. We brought eggnog cookies. Merry
oh my
Christmas.
goodness, how special.
Yes. And thank you so much for having us here at the North Pole. We know you've been super busy. Super busy.
Oh, it's that time of the year, you know.
Santa, I don't know. How do you do it?
Magically, basically, it's a very special program.
Very special
Very
program.
special program. Just like that.
Just
in
like
the
that.
twinkling of an eye. In the twinkling of an eye.
Well, I'm sure we have
That's
tons of questions.
how we met.
So many questions.
So many questions.
Mrs. Claus and I met in the twinkling of an eye.
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, it was a long time ago, you see. In a village by the sea.
Village by the sea. Sounds lovely.
And we won't go into details, but we've been together ever since, and we'll probably be together ever since.
Ever since.
Well, Mrs. Claus, we really want to know the inside story about, is Santa always jolly?
Well, every now and then he throws his back out carrying those heavy sacks of reindeer feed, but even that he takes with good humor.
Oh.
Do cookies help? Because Kristin brought.
I have.
Oh my goodness!
food always
Excellent,
helps.
excellent.
Yes, please take some
Getting
cookies.
started for next year already.
I'm trying to watch my weight, you see.
Oh, you look great, Santa.
Most
Santa.
of what we do here I have a large staff of elves to feed, too. I spend a lot of time cooking.
I should have brought more cookies.
You should have. Not enough.
Well, we can
It was
probably
sweet
do
of you to
something
think
with
of
that.
A little
and-
magic, yes.
Indeed.
Yes. Now, what's your favorite cookie, Santa?
Well, my favorite cookie is cookies.
Cookies. Good answer.
What did you?
And this cookie is?
It's a cookie.
What kind?
That's an eggnog cookie.
An eggnog cookie, if you'll excuse me, dear.
Santa likes
Careful
my
with that
cookies.
eggnog cookie, folks. It's kind of crazy.
I'm good now.
Wonderful.
Santa likes my cookies.
Wonderful.
Now, Santa, tell us the question I always want to know. You know, Kristin Lagana barely made the cut this year on the nice list.
Barely.
What is it how do you decide? How do you decide who's on the naughty list and who's on the nice list?
Well, of course, I know when you're sleeping and I know when you're awake.
Oh my.
It's true.
So if we know when you've been good or bad, well,
You better be good for goodness sake.
that's right. And remember, it doesn't matter. On Christmas Day, you get what you get.
You get what you get. And that's what you got. That's right. So in this modern day of 2015, how are you keeping your list? Are you an Excel spreadsheet kind of guy? Do you use a tablet? Or is it an old-fashioned scroll and pen?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Okay.
We have one of the most complete, almost as good as Arundel County, as one of the most complete computer systems in the world.
Very good.
And
have to.
but we also keep our bottles of ink full, and we always keep our quills sharpened.
It's always good to have backups.
That's right. Redundancy is the way to go.
I agree with you there.
One good
Little
Aurora can
CIA.
take out your entire system.
Indeed. Always have a backup.
That's very
Always.
Now, but you
Mrs. Claus
said-
is my backup.
Mrs. Claus mentioned off air that you can have problems with the Wi-Fi though because of is it the Aurora Borealis? How did I
Yes.
say that right?
Aurora
Yeah,
Borealis.
yes, you did.
Aurora
Northern
Borealis.
Lights.
Yeah, Northern Lights.
Yes.
They can jam the signal.
Actually, I've encountered northern lights in the South Pole, so we've encountered southern lights down there. So.
Wow.
Southern Lights.
Southern
So
Lights.
How do you do it? Because I mean, there's over 90 million homes, and you're traveling. How fast is the sleigh?
Well, I'm told that it's the speed of sound, but we don't have a what is it called?
An odometer.
Odometer. We know how far we have to go, but we don't know how fast. So we don't have a
Wait,
speedometer.
It's a speedometer.
Speedometer. Yes.
Speedometer.
These modern. We don't have one of those in the sleigh, so we have to
Right.
take your word for it.
The reindeer know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing. And in reality, you're not doing this in all one day. There's numerous time zones. So
Indeed.
you're even traveling as far as China and Korea.
Indeed, and when we get there, of course, we say "Annyeonghaseyo." If it's Korean, we say "Ni hao ma."
Santa knows everything.
In Chinese,
Santa knows everything.
"Konnichiwa." of course.
Konnichiwa.
Yes. yes. So,
Yes.
so yes, and on the other side, of course, we use Avita Zane. Well, that's when we're leaving.
I didn't even think about that. All the cookies from different countries.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking just chocolate
Yeah.
chip sugar cookies here. We're talking all kinds of
And
stuff.
they're all good. Every good.
All the
everyone.
cookies.
Peppercocker, poodle, cardamom.
Oh,
Indeed.
sounds good.
And the rest of the year, Mrs. Claus makes a mean cookie.
What's your favorite cookie to make, Mrs. Claus?
To make,
To make?
probably the peppercocker.
Peppercocker.
That's my favorite as well.
That's a Swedish cookie.
Yep,
The Swedish cookie.
I like that one.
Oh, sounds delightful. I'll have to try that.
The Swedish, the better.
The Swedish, the better. If they have it on Pinterest, I'll find it.
Now, what does Santa and Mrs. Claus, what do you get each other for Christmas?
Oh, good question.
Thank you.
Well,
It's a surprise.
Is it a secret?
well, you've probably heard this before, but Christmas is a state of mind more than it is one day of the year. And we celebrate Christmas all year round by being good to one another, by being nice.
That is
And do you know how much that costs? Absolutely nothing.
You don't have to get out of town on Thanksgiving Eve and rush out of the house after dinner and go find a deal. You've got it.
We
and buy a Lexus with one of those big bows on it.
Yeah. I mean, those are nice.
Those are kind of nice.
They're kind of nice.
Yeah.
well, they're very nice. We do I have to admit, I don't know if we've ever said this before live, but the day after Christmas, tomorrow, we'll be going to Rio de Janeiro.
Rio.
So you'll see.
Okay.
So you'll see a couple on the beach, and try to.
A little break from the cold.
Yes, indeed.
So you're so used to hearing, you won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do now?
Right.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Right.
Santa's going to Rio.
We're going to Rio.
Congo line.
I love it. Now, Santa, you certainly, this outfit, and I heard Mrs. Claus made it, right? Kudos to you. But I think there's some detail, if you wouldn't mind showing everyone out there watching the detail in your suit.
Well, I need to. Obviously, I need to get some new garters.
Oh,
But,
okay.
because my stockings are rather coming down a bit, but
You're not eating enough cookies.
it's all going up to the top. Well, if I may, what I'd like to do is I'll show
Is
you.
this the Rio outfit we're about to see?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're getting there.
Oh,
If I
my.
may.
Whoa.
There's so many accessories.
So we will. I should have worn my chapeau today. It's a little embroidered thing. A little.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah, I love my
Crocheted.
chapeau and my other jacket.
But you see, we decided to try to keep up with the times. So we are basically a blend between the old world and the new world.
I love it. Look at all the
Beautiful.
buttons. That's
Yes,
great.
indeed. So actually, we have a little pocket for those last minute notes in here.
Cell
So
phone.
Mrs. Claus realized that there we go. Sometimes this is called a frock coat, by the way. It comes down below.
I'm learning so much today.
This, by the way, is an old vest I've had since the 1700s, actually, and it has nice pockets in it. Oh, look, a harmonica.
Harmonica!
In German, that's Mundharmonika. Mund means mouth.
Can you play a Christmas song on
Oh,
that?
I could probably do that. Let me show you the rest here, if I
Okay.
may, Mrs. Claus. So basically,
I'm seeing suspenders.
a lot of
poking
buttons
out.
here, a lot of buttons. So basically,
Now, Santa, is this going to be okay for the kids?
I think this will be just fine for the
Okay.
children.
Oh, here we go.
Absolutely.
Here we go. It's getting
Suspenders,
real
Dave.
now.
Absolutely.
This is up the back.
So yes, indeed. Let's see. We
That
have
is fantastic.
we have on this side we have some
Go
nice
ahead, do a little
suspenders.
spin. Yeah.
Indeed. And these pockets, Mrs. Claus made especially. They're called mule ear pockets.
Oh, mule ears.
And so they actually have a button here, and you can undo the button,
Oh,
and they fold down.
look at that. Look at the
See.
detail on that.
That is gorgeous.
You can't get something like that at like Forever 21. dude.
back, there
No.
is a gore, and it actually ties so that
We'll take your word for that.
well, yes, but indeed, when I have to let out a bit,
Let
I can
out a
just,
bit, yeah.
just undo that and such.
You want
But,
another cookie?
Just maybe perhaps one. Thank you.
Well, Santa and Mrs. Claus, we're going to have to get started on our next year of being nice.
Oh, yeah, especially you.
What? I did pretty well this year. I was pretty good.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
all told, I was pretty good.
Right.
I mean, we know you just made the cut
I
by
know,
like
just
this
made
much.
this class.
If
So-
all we're told, we couldn't print it here.
Right.
Probably for you. We can-
Santa, our audience doesn't need to know all that. That's just
well-
a list that you keep confidential, right?
Well, remember, there's always time to turn around.
That's right.
Always time.
Well, I want to speak for all the children out there
Yes.
and say thank you to Santa and thank you to Mrs. Claus for helping all of the little children get everything that they wanted today for Christmas.
Yes.
Whether it's a gift or whether it is just time with their families or whether it is peace on earth, we'll take all of that.
As Mrs. Claus said, the best gift you can give is being kind to one another.
Beautiful, beautiful.
How about a song to take us out to the break?
Very well, but before we do, before you go, I just wanted to let you know that things do change. Technology changes. We're here. We're live with folks out in their homes today. We're having a great time. One of the technology changes that's helped me and my back, and Mrs. Claus secondarily, is the fact that because there's so many children and so many opportunities, we're very thankful that the Polar Express is there.
Oh, I love the Polar Express.
Oh, it's so great because you can only put so much in the sleigh. You can only put so much, and it gets bigger every year. And what's nice, all throughout the world, we can swoop down, pick up a new bag, be on our way, and those mail clerks at the Polar Express, they know just where the toys go and where the bag goes, and they go ahead of us, and they drop the bags, and we swoop down, pick them up. So things are so
great
much
system.
better than the
Many
old days.
thanks to the Polar Express.
Indeed, indeed.
Just like Anne Arundel County, always craving new
Always on time.
ingenuity.
Anne Arundel County, always on time.
Technology.
What do you got
All
for
right.
us?
Better not park, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list of chocolate toys. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
We'll
We'll be back right after the break.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If the door's locked, knock first. Don't burp, don't swear, don't stare, don't use bad language or talk with your mouth full. Keep your elbows off the table.
What
And
table?
don't interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, keep your seat up to anybody who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Welcome back. One of the best things to do for the holidays is help out others in need, and that's what thousands of people around the Baltimore region have done. One of our favorite programs is the Holiday Sharing Program, sponsored by the Department of Social Services, which pairs donors with a specific child or family. Our own Johnelka Stafford tagged along with 2 of the volunteers on a delivery this week. Johnelka?
Thanks, Kristin and Dave, and Merry Christmas to you. I'm here in Linthicum with Isaac Thomas and Jordan Demerit. Isaac, tell us a little bit about what you're doing here today.
Well, today we're delivering Christmas gifts as part of the Anne Arundel County Holiday Sharing Program. And so this is one of our many stops today where we're delivering toys for the children as part of the program.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Jordan, tell me a little bit about the Bell Branch Church.
I like it very much. I grew up, born in the church. It's a very, very close, tight group. We have an amazing pastor, and I don't see it more as a church, but more as a family.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So tell me, what types of things are you delivering as a part of the program today?
Well, we're delivering toys, lots of different types of toys. We're also delivering food to the seniors. We've giving away we're delivering bicycles and all sorts of different toys that the kids will enjoy.
That's awesome. And how many of these trips have you had the pleasure of making, Jordan?
Personally, I think 9 now, about 9, 10, 10th, yeah.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. About how many families would you say you've helped out this holiday season just in your church, your organization?
Well, we've done 10 families and 2 seniors, so it's a total of 12 that we've reached out.
Awesome.
And it's been a real joy. I mean, to see the smiles on their faces. For some reason, there's a bigger smile at Christmas than there was in Thanksgiving. So, yeah.
Well, wonderful work. I want to thank you both. Thank you for what you're doing. It's wonderful, and happy holidays to both of you. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Johnelka. Today there are 6,621 families and seniors enjoying gifts and food for the holidays from 471 donors. Nice job, everybody. We should also mention that the Christmas Angels program for county employees racked up presents for almost 500 kids with a little help from the Severna Park Elks Lodge. That includes 40 brand spanking new bikes.
Not too shabby.
Can't beat the new bicycle as a Christmas toy.
No, that's the best.
That's the best.
And we should also, I mean, there's so many groups out there doing this stuff. There's the Salvation Army, there's Toys for Tots. So, you know, this community really gets involved and really helps things out. Now, in honor of, you know, everybody opening their presents today, I decided to do a little research and find out what the biggest toys are this year.
Who brought their toys?
Santa.
That's the stuff.
Yeah. So, what I was surprised about with this list of the top 10 toys.
Top 10 toys.
Top 10 toys. All right, real quick, I'm going to name the top 10 and then we'll talk about it.
So you're going to start with number 10, right?
You want me to go backwards?
Yeah, I want to do this Letterman style.
All right, fine. Number 10, the Star Wars.
Wait, whoa. How many times is Star Wars going to be on this list?
Well, that's what I'm kind of giving it away here. But
all right, I'm going to keep track.
Well, before we do the list, let's
Okay.
just tell folks that one of the things that struck me about this is some of the tried and true things. I mean, Star Wars, 3 of the top 10 Star Wars, okay? And then one is Legos.
Legos will never go.
Right, and then we talked about princesses.
Oh.
There's a princess one.
Disney.
And then there was another one.
I think that's it. Looking at your list, that's it.
That would be it.
Okay.
So let's go through the list real
All
quick.
right.
At number 10, we have the Star Wars Millennium Falcon.
All right.
I mean,
that's a ship,
come
right?
on. Yes.
Okay. I got it.
The Millennium Falcon.
I got it.
I had the Millennium Falcon when I was a kid.
Well, did you?
Yes.
I didn't know they made them
It was
50
very
years ago.
sought after. And of course, at number 9, the one you gotta have, the Star Wars Jedi Master lightsaber.
I know what a lightsaber is.
Want to have a sword fight right now? Okay, very good. That's pretty good. Yeah, you need to watch the movies.
Okay.
At number 8 is the pie face. Have you seen the pie face?
What's pie face?
It's got like a timer and a slingshot on it, and you're playing this game, and it's like Operation. But
I was gonna say, it sounds like Operation.
And it throws a pie in your face.
What? Like a real pie?
A real pie.
Cool.
Yep.
So you have to buy pies.
It's cream.
Oh,
It's a cream pie.
Okay. All right.
Let's see, number 7, something called the Paw Patroller, don't know.
Okay.
Number 6, the Thunderbirds Interactive Island. And then here we go again, number 5, Star Wars, is it Kylo Ren Command Shuttle?
Okay. I don't know who Kylo Ren is, but I'm glad he
Number
has
4,
a
the
shuttle.
Little Live Pets Clever Keat, don't know. Number
That sounds
3,
like a parakeet, but
number 3, Lego City Deep Sea Exploration.
Legos for the win.
Legos
I
always
liked
win.
Legos, but I really liked Lincoln Logs.
Me too.
I loved Lincoln Logs.
They still do Lincoln Logs?
I think so. Or what was the best?
We might be dating ourselves here.
Light bright.
Light Bright.
Oh,
Light Bright's a good one. Number 2, Disney Sing Along Elsa.
let it go. Let it go.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That was a good one. We might have to get you that. And number 1 is I just love the name, the Toot Toot Friends Busy Sounds Discovery Home.
Toot Toot Friends.
Toot Toot Friends. So a couple other observations here.
Yeah.
And you mentioned this.
Oh yeah. Where's
No
the
Shopkins.
What's the Shopkins? I heard that they're all the rage this year.
The Shopkins were, I believe it was number
13.
Number 11.
12. Yeah.
Number 11 was the
I heard that was
Shopkins.
the gift this year.
It was. And so here's I could be wrong, but I don't remember this ever happening. I went to get the granddaughters the Shopkins, right? And
Yeah.
there's three girls. So I thought, they're these little boxes.
I saw them in the store. I still don't get it. Looks
You
like a
don't-
lot of
you're
stuff you
not
can choke
supposed to
on.
You're not supposed to get it.
Oh.
So I thought I'll get each one too, right?
Right.
So I get 6. I go up to the counter with 6, and she says, "No, you can't buy more than 4."
You can't?
I said, "Isn't this America? What do you mean I can't buy
I'm
more
throwing
than
my
4?"
money at you. Why can't you take it?
Can you believe that? That's
Why-
how crazy the Shopkins are.
So why is it
That's
not
why
in the
I
10?
question this list, because Shopkins,
Yeah.
you can't even buy. How many Millennium Falcons are you allowed to buy? You can buy as many Millennium
I'm gonna
Falcons as
say
you want.
kick that clever Keat out of there. Put the Shopkins
it's
in.
probably the clever Keat
Yeah.
is the imposter.
What was the best toy you remember getting?
I knew you were going to ask me this.
Really?
Yes, I
Did
did.
you come prepared?
I did come prepared.
Okay.
Well, actually, it got me thinking about the Star Wars stuff, because
Yeah.
I may have been a tad spoiled when I was a kid.
I see that.
And I would visit my mom's family in LA, and they would just go nuts and get me all kinds of stuff. And like, they would have the Star Wars stuff, the Millennium Falcon, like set up under the tree with the little guys
A little
and stuff.
bow. And you wanted it.
No, it wasn't a bow, because it was authentic. It was a Star Wars battle scene.
It didn't need any
It
decoration.
was all staged perfectly. What about you? What's your favorite Christmas?
I was really
present of all
excited
time?
the Christmas I woke up at my childhood home, and there was a keyboard sitting under the tree.
Oh.
I
That started
really liked
everything.
that. And I did love Light Bright, but I loved getting a keyboard. I thought that was the coolest
I
gift.
think I even had Light Bright. Is that bad?
Light Bright, Light Bright. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
They don't have good jingles anymore.
We should totally get into that biz.
Yes.
We could totally write some jingles.
We're gonna do a week in review jingle for the new year.
But you're right. I feel like one of the best jingles, and it's nothing to do with toys, is Old Navy.
Yes.
Old Navy, Old Navy, Old Navy performance, please. Old Navy.
Cross commercialism all the time
that
with you,
word.
Kristin
Yes,
Logano.
yes.
Well, it is Christmas morning. now as we
wish
come
you
into
a
the
Merry
homes of
Christmas.
everyone. And, while you're watching yourself on
Yeah.
television on Christmas Day, what are
Yeah.
you doing and where are you and what's
I'm
happening?
not eating any more cookies.
No more cookies?
No more cookies, especially in 2016.
Okay, I can get on board with that.
Santa, why did you take all the cookies? What am I doing Christmas morning?
Santa tore up those cookies. They're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone.
They're gone.
It was worth it though. I know you felt
worth
like you
it.
made an investment, and
I know. Yeah.
Kristin tried really hard to make sure that
did.
Santa was well aware that she was well behaved.
I did.
It was
I
kind
did.
of
Thanks. We just mentioned Santa a couple times.
oops.
Christmas for me will be spent with families and loved ones.
Families?
Families.
How many families?
Well, I've got my family and Will's family.
All right.
So,
Well, okay.
families.
So we already talked about how I'm going to do what the non-Christians
Yes.
do.
Tell me which movies you've selected.
No, this is great. So my original plan was to go see Star Wars and get Chinese food.
Yeah.
But it just so happens that the new Quentin Tarantino movie,
Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, comes out on Christmas as well.
Channing Tatum's in that.
Don't care.
Okay.
But it's like I've been informed by Chuck, our director, that this is actually a special cut. I hope I'm using the right term, but this is the long form version of the movie that is actually on celluloid. It's not digital, and it's 3 hours long.
You're going to be in the movies half your day.
Yes, I'm going to be in the movies for 5
Because
hours.
I know Star Wars is easily two hours.
Yes,
So it's 5 hours.
one after
altogether.
the other.
So are you going to do?
It's going to be great.
Are you going to do what I suggested on one of our more recent shows about
Dress up as Obi-Wan Kenobi? No, I'm not going to do that.
about movies and food?
What?
Remember I told you I take stuff in my purse.
No, I'm not going to bring Chick-fil-A into the movie
No, you're not,
theater.
because you're taking Chinese food.
It smells. Everyone's going to know.
Who cares? No one cares.
I'm gonna
no
feel
one's going to be
guilty.
there, except
I'm
for
gonna-
you. So take
Well,
your
then-
Chinese food.
Then it's even easier for them to see my food.
Call order up.
I'll feel guilty.
Have
What will
them
Santa
bring
think?
the dim sum cart into the theater. That would be so awesome.
Remember the drive-through episode?
Yeah.
When we talked about drive-thrus?
Yeah, I do remember that. You're
Dim
right.
sum movie drive-through.
Dim sum movie.
Drive-in.
Drive in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some great ideas. Maybe one day we'll.
We do.
2016 will be the year for that.
We do. Well, now that Christmas is in the books, we need to wish everyone a happy holidays and also Happy New Year.
Happy
That's
New Year.
Our next big thing is
Hope you had a great holiday.
2016 coming
Yes.
our way, and
Yes.
we have all kinds of great plans for that. So all the best to the Lagana family and to all the Lagana network of friends and family
Oh, to the Abrams
on this
and
Christmas.
all of you as well. And
Thank you.
one more time to reiterate what Mrs. Claus said. It's not about getting stuff.
No.
It's about being kind to each other.
So true, so true.
Starting with me, Dave.
Yes, we love Kristin Lagana here. That wraps up this week's edition of Week in Review. You can watch this episode or any episodes archived online anytime by simply typing Arundel TV on Facebook, YouTube, or Google+. Please tune in again next week, and we will have all the highlights and news from around the county, and we'll see you next time.
Santa.
Cheers. Yay, Santa.